Right, hello everyone, welcome back to my third devlog. So I haven't been able to keep up with the last couple of days, but I've actually done quite a bit of work. So I think we're just going to go through it, and I can't actually remember what I've done and what I haven't done. So we'll probably just end up going through everything anyway, because like I say, I've done most of it within the last couple of days since my last devlog. So let's just get right into it. So for the audio materials, it is pretty much all there. So we have my sound effects lists of most of the sound effects list I could think of at the time of doing it. So with the final game, I can imagine there's going to be more, but we'll see. All right. So this was a template given to me by my college lecturers, so don't bully it. It basically asks if it's Foley, the editing needed. So footsteps, the different materials. So I'll need to edit the different materials: wood, grass, etc. Time codes and the owner of it. So like I'll be conducting to it the Foley sound effects, for example, and stuff like that. So this was pretty beneficial because it's all just there laid out for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I've got my variable list as well. So every sound effect that's going to need one or more variations, I thought I'd just jot down into a table. I did it in my first year of college during a audio product, and it actually worked pretty well. So I thought it'd work for this project as well. Plus, it just proves that I can do more pre-production than usual. So I still need to analyse it. This is the last piece of pre-production I need to do for my audio. So it's just finishing off this analysis, basically saying what I just said to you guys in a lot more words to try and fill out that page to make it look like I'm smart, etc. So yeah, that's my sound effects. That'll be most of the sound effects in the game. So now we move on to the Foley. So it's basically a continuation of the sound effects. So essentially, just these are the Foley sounds I'll try and make. It's not many, but I want to focus more on the production of my actual game rather than the audio side, where I could just download noises. But obviously, to prove my grade and that I can work at a higher level and do the whole game design category, I wanted to do all of them pretty much. So having these Foley will just prove my grade essentially. This table shows what Foley things I'll need to do, how I'll create it, and why. Which I can't lie, I just copy and paste off of Google because I don't know why I'm making it Foley. I'm just doing it pretty much just to add more to my production list. So they got this stock image off Google. So this my just analysis to Foley, basically saying what I just said, that it infuses the auditory experience of the game. It just sounds better. Some sounds are meant to be Foley, which I completely agree with. Like footsteps are 100% made to be Foley, creaking doors and stuff. You need to get your exact what you want in your game. You need to make it yourself. So using Foley for stuff like that is going to be just perfect for my game. So I think we've already gone through the risk assessment. It was one of the first things I did. I did a couple of pictures so I could lower the font size. But yeah, we've gone through this. I don't want to kill myself when I'm doing Foley. That's pretty much it. Now we got the music list. So this is the ambience or songs I will have in the background of my game. So we got level 1, which is going to be Ukulele by Benjamin Tissot. Level 2 is going to be Screaming Weasel by Kevin MacLeod. Level 3 is going to be Fluffing a Duck by Kevin MacLeod. Level 4 is going to be Cypher by Kevin MacLeod. So those are going to be the set things. Main menu music is going to be Mr. Nuttall by The Max. I'm a very good friend of one of The Max, and I listen to their music a lot, so it's going to be perfect for my game that I have that song in there, and it will actually mean quite a lot to me, to be honest. So that's going to be cool. We've got the dynamic fighting sounds, which my audience actually voted for. I say voted for, they did in my questionnaire. They wanted the dynamic fighting ambience. So as soon as you go into a fighting arena, they wanted a different type of music to prove that you're actually in a fighting zone, so they can't just chill out and explore. So that's going to be Monkey Spinning Monkeys by Kevin MacLeod. So it seems fun and exciting and like upbeat and stuff, but trust me, when it's in game, it's going to be cool. It's going to be like, it just infuses the silliness of my game and what I want my game to be. Sneaky Snitch by Kevin MacLeod is obviously going to be when you're sneaking and like stealthing, crouched, sneak, all the slow moving stuff to avoid enemies. You'll be listening to Sneaky Snitch essentially. And the pause menu is going to be elevator music, so Glass of Wine by Monument Music. So all of this is royalty free, except for obviously Mr. Nuttall by The Max, so I will need to get an official clarification saying that I can use their song for copyright purposes, because I don't want to just use their song and get sued, because that would be very bad, and I'm not trying to get sued in college. So, music list analysis, essentially saying I need to be careful of copyright. I know what I'm doing with these songs. It will make my game better, etc., etc. And I think we've already gone through my copyright page as well. So that's just essentially just proving that I know about copyright. Nothing much added to visual effects except for the physics editing of my character. So for this section, I'm going to be quite smart with it and basically start production now during pre-production by making the movement mechanics. So by the time production starts for my game in a couple of weeks time now, I think the 17th of April, I will have basic movement finished and finalized in my game, perfect for exactly what I want. So I can go into production creating assets, models, weapons, levels, etc., etc., with a finished first-person character that the players can play as. So anything that I create, I can test with the mechanics that I need to test. So which will be perfect for my level design, because obviously, when I need to test the level, I need to test it with all of my movements. Because obviously, if someone can break my game in the first level, that's not good. I don't want that. So I need to make sure that you can have fun in my game whilst also not making it unfun by falling out of the map and not being able to do anything, for example. So I started off by doing simple jumping with physics. This is my own video, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a jumping digital experiment. This is the only one I've done towards the movement. It comes within Unreal. It was just a very quick, let's just throw this together. I need to do some pre-production work in college. But yeah, that's that. You guys have probably seen that anyway. So yeah, I've got double jump planned out. That's going to be my next piece of pre-production I want to do. The sprinting, wall running, crouching, sliding, sneaking, and Vault It. The Vault It package on Unreal Marketplace, which is actually free for this month until a certain time in April, sorry. So if you haven't seen this now, you should definitely just add it to your library, because it is an £100 pack for free. And it's crazy, honestly. I can't wait to add it into my game. Digital experiments, it's all set out. Photographic research currently is a special K serial bar. I've had to really drag out that writing, because all I saw was, oh my god, this special K serial bar is what I want my level to look like. Not exactly how it's laid out, obviously, but between that bar, my current ideas for how I want my first level to be, and my concept art, as you can see from the bottom image, it all sorts of tied together, and it's going to be a really cool first level. It's all set out in my head. I know what I'm doing. But yeah, this is basically, yeah, me saying I found this picture because I've learnt from it, because you can read it from there. It's crazy. So I need to do a few more photographic research, obviously, as well as digital research. Now we go on to interactive materials. So software and hardware requirements. We have looked over this before. My PC can cope with it. I don't care about anything else, to be honest. Storyboards still need to complete. I'm going to have one for each level. How the player should play the level out, to be fair. Like how I will make the game to be played, essentially. I'll have that for each level. The process description. Basically, I'm just writing how I'm going to make the game. So I'm going to start with the interactive, the coding, the blueprints, the boring stuff, and then go into the visual stuff, and then finally add the audio afterwards, because everything needs to be finished before I put in the audio, because otherwise the audio won't be to scratch. So this was pretty helpful, because now I have sort of a more in-depth timetable of what I need to do and when. So pairing this process description out with my timetable will actually work for production. So storyline basics, we've been through this before. That's just my game idea. There's not really a storyline for my game, but there'll be something. I don't want to spoil the game, so. But yeah, so been pretty productive. Only got a few more pieces of pre-production to do. But yeah, like I said, it's just going to be, after a while, I'll just be working on my character physics for production, and then yeah, pre-production is finished. So we are not actually that far away. So thank you for watching this devlog. This is number 3, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.